people, how's it all going? Hope you're all doing amazingly well. Welcome to 2021. Can't believe we have come to this year already. Last year just flew by, as it does every year pretty much. But we are back with a video for 2021. It's a type of video that I haven't done in a while. It's something I didn't expect to get for myself, but it's something that I looked at and I thought, you know what, let's just do it. And I felt like I hadn't treated myself in a long time, and I also thought it would be great to do a tutorial on it, show you what it's all about, my thoughts on it. Here we go, let's unveil what I'm going to do for you today. We are testing this little beauty right here. As you can see, it's the Chocolate Revolution Milk Chocolate gift set. They did do one last year as well. I was so tempted. Oh my gosh. At the moment, if you go to your local Superdrug, they might have last year's one in place at the moment. I think that originally retailed at £80. You can get it for £20 at the moment. If you've got points to spend as well, even better. This I could not resist. This one for this year was £60 originally. It dropped down to 20 in the end, and I used some of my Boots points. I used some of my Superdrug points and I managed to get it for 18. So all this stuff right here I got for £18, which I think is an absolute bargain. I'm not really one for spending lots on makeup, especially at the moment, because I'm trying to be really good for the next few years and save really, really well. But I thought for what you get in this, and it's worth testing, it's worth having a look. Have I opened it already? Of course. I'm the most patient person that you'd ever meet, but I wasn't patient enough to not open this before videoing it. So here we go. Let's see what's inside. Within this big box of Makeup Revolution, you get a very large, and I mean large, 35 pan eyeshadow palette. This is the biggest that they've ever released, and this is exclusive. They haven't released this as a product at all yet, apart from within this gift set. You get 3 eyeshadow palettes, you get a little mirror, you get a highlighter palette, a little contour palette, 3 life-size brushes, 2 lip glosses, and 1 makeup setting spray. So having all that together for £18, I mean, you just can't go wrong at all. You really can't. So I think we should open this up and see what's inside. Okay, so to begin with, you get the really big eyeshadow palette here, and then you get the chocolate milk setting spray there. We'll go through and open up all of the palettes individually, but I just thought I'd show you what the layout of the whole box looks like. So you get that at the front, and then we delve into more of the products that we've got inside. So as you can see, we've got the 2 big eyeshadow palettes here, we've got the little one down here, the highlighter palette, the contour palette, the makeup brushes, and obviously the lip gloss and the little mirror as well. Let's have a look at each product. So let's start with the big one, the exclusive palette that hasn't come out at all apart from being in this gift set, as I've said. And as we can see, you've got all those beautiful shades. Let's see if you can get a close up. And there's a little film. So yeah, as you can see, you get all those beautiful colours in there. I'm really drawn to all of the purpley shades, and even though like the colours look absolutely amazing, I mean, for me personally, I'm quite a visual person, having the colours in a bit more of a layout, so having them together, so which shades you would use more so with other shades compared to others, I think it's a bit randomised. There are a lot of pretty shades in here. There's a lot of nice little transition colours, the browns at the bottom. There's some really nice purpley shades that I'm quite drawn to and might be using today, but we shall see. And you've got some nice little shimmers there, and then you've got this little foil one there, and then I like the fact that it's got a really big mirror as well. But yes, so that's the palette itself, and it's all in a really cute little layout. You know, I love the layout of this. So I think we should do a few swatches on this one just to see what they're like. So I've gone for a few of the purpley shades just here, so let's have a look and see. So yeah, they're quite potent. Obviously that one within the middle one, I didn't get as much on there as I would like, but that one is a really pretty shade. That was a pink one that I swatched, a nice purpley one. They feel quite nice as well. The pink one's a little bit chalky, I must admit, but the matte shades seem to work out really well, so that's a good start. So then you also get the chocolate milk fixing spray. I have done my base makeup already, so let's test this out. Does it smell like chocolate? Oh my gosh, wow. I tell you what, it smells like, I want to say Nesquik. Let's spray it on. It quite, ooh, It packs quite a punch with the spray itself. It felt like I was a bit like surprised by it, but it definitely smells like chocolate milk. So if you're somebody that loves the smell of Nesquik, then you're in for a treat. I don't know if I would use this regularly just because the smell is quite potent. If I was to ever have a scent for a fixing spray, it would probably be something a bit more fruity or just not have a scent at all. But once I've done all my makeup at the end, I'll use it again just to see if it does the trick or not. So then we go into more of the palettes. This one is called Ginger and Orange. These are the colours of the next one. So some quite nice autumny shades, I would say. You've got quite a nice few pinky shades, some nice browns as well. I like these little ones down here. They're quite nice colours to put in the inner corner of your eye. Let's go for the Ginger Crush at the bottom and the Alpina. As you can see, they are quite nice shimmery shades. I love this one right here. They'd be really good lid shades to try as well as inner corners. Majority of the shades and palettes that I've tried, the texture of them is always generally quite nice. They do pack on quite well in a chocolate bar shape as well, which if you're a chocolate lover, brilliant. And then we go into the next one. So this is what the next palette looks like, and it's called Berry Meringue. So as you can see, probably a few more pinky shades. They've got a really nice one down here called Souffle. They've got Whisk, which looks really nice, Eton Mess, Dense, Goji Berry, Peak looks really cool. So for this one, I'm going to go for Souffle. Let's go for Eton Mess and Whisk and see what we get. Oh, that's really nice, and especially against my skin as well. These shades look really, really nice. They'll definitely be shades that I'll be drawn to when going towards this palette. Anyone who knows me, and if you don't know me, you're probably one of the first things you would get to know about me meeting me. Purple is my absolute favourite colour in the world. This is called Violet Crush, and these are the shades that you get in this one. I'm in love obviously with these purpley shades here. I love that one too. That looks like quite a nice shimmery one, and this one, the fact that they've got this one in is very exciting because that's exactly the colour that I wanted, so I think we should swatch. That one definitely shows up really well as as this one. These two shimmers together are actually really nice. That's exciting. And now the fact that I've got that nice purpley shade, even better. So let's move on to the highlighter palette. This is called Champagne Truffle. I love how cute and small and dainty these little palettes are. I just think they're really cute. You can see that they've got quite a bit of shimmer to them. This one especially looks really nice. So let's have a look at these shades and see how they perform. Bit of a fallout with these two just from swatching it, but let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, look at that. That one, which is the lighter shade, that looks incredible. But if you can see the little bit of chalkiness on it, but a bit of fallout, it's not going to hurt. That'll be worth trying out and using. So, and who loves a good highlight? I know I love a good highlight. And then we go into the contour palette. This one's called Hot Chocolate Contour. So that's what the colours look like inside. I think combining the two together, I might get a really nice contour shade for them. With gift sets, it can be really hard to try and find eyeshadows, contours, highlighter colours that are going to suit all skin types, but it's quite nice that you've got a lighter shade here and a darker shade there, so you can use either side or you can mix them up a bit, and you could even, with some of the eyeshadow shades, mix it up again, so again you are able to get a nice contour shade that suits your skin. Oh gosh, I've just smudged it. Oh well, I was going to use it anyway. And then we have the 3 full-size brushes. I love when gift sets put the full-size brushes in. We've got this one. I would probably use that for a crease blending in brush. That one's a little bit denser, so you could use it as a blending brush, but at the same time it's also probably better for a lid shade. And then you've got a nice liner one there. So I'll show you these brushes up close just so you can get a better view of them. That's what they look like. The metallic-y bits on there look really cute. The chocolate drips on there look really cool. Altogether, the fact that they've got really good life-size brushes, the feel of them as well feels quite nice. This is the little dinky mirror that you get. I do love a pocket mirror, but I'll be honest, personally I prefer it if they had one that opened up, so you had a magnified side and just a normal side. It feels a bit like a birthday badge. You know when you get those birthday badges in the supermarkets that have got like, I am 3, that's kind of what it feels like. Obviously handy to have carrying around if you need a little mirror, but I think I'd preferably prefer something that was like double-ended and opened up. And then last but certainly no means least, we have 2 lip glosses. I must admit, I haven't used a lip gloss since I was younger. I used to love wearing lip glosses, but then I got into mattes and I just loved wearing mattes a bit more. But we'll try them out today and we'll see what they're like. So we've got one in berry and the other in ginger. Be interesting to see actually if they smell. Oh yeah, that definitely smells. That smells like a strawberry chocolate. Yeah, and that definitely smells of chocolate as well. I prefer that chocolate scent than what I do to the fixing spray. But we'll try these out in a minute. I think without further ado, we should get on to testing all that I've got on my arm. Well, probably not all what I've got on my arm, but some of the stuff that I've got on my arm at the moment, and yeah, see what we come out with. So we're going to go in with how I normally do my makeup routine. So after I've done all my powder, foundation and concealer, I like to go in with a contour. I'm going to go in with the lighter shade first just to see how that comes up on my skin. The fact as well that all these palettes have got little mirrors on them is really handy. So I only put a little bit on my brush just to see how potent it would be. But to be fair, that's actually come up quite nicely. I thought that was going to be a lot of a lighter shade that I was going to have to keep packing on, but actually that's come out really, really well. I'll go in with a little bit of the dark shade. I don't want to put too much on my face, but let's just see how that comes out. Oh yeah, look at that. And again, I didn't even put that much on my brush then. So it's definitely more, I would say, for medium to dark skin types. I'm just going to go in with a blending contour just to blend it out a little bit more. That is definitely more than enough for me. That's pretty good contour palette, I would say. I only literally put on the smallest amount for each side and it's actually come out really well. So we'll give a thumbs up for the contour palette. Oh, highlighter palette. Which shade am I going to use? Should we just do both? I don't see why not. Let's just do both. So I'm going to go in with the lighter shade first. Yeah, you can definitely see a nice shimmer coming along there, which is always a must for a highlight. And let's go in with the other one on this cheek and see what we get. Definitely shimmers in both shades, which is really, really pretty. Looks quite nice on the face. I think the goldy one on this side, which is the lighter shade here, I think that comes out quite well. The other side I think is a bit more subtle, so if you're somebody that does like highlighter but doesn't want it to be so potent, then this shade is definitely ideal. Thumbs up to the highlighter palette as well. We're doing good so far. Okay, let's bring in the big guns. Okay, so automatically I'm going to go into the big palette. I think I'm quite drawn to this shade here. Obviously it's purple, but you know, I think I'm going to be going in with that first. Let's see if this goes on nicely or not. So as you can see, that is blending in quite nicely. I think that's the thing with Makeup Revolution. Their eyeshadow palettes, I haven't had any issues with them at all. I just think they're really good quality for the price that they are. They blend in really nicely, making for a really nice smooth transition there. It's always good for when I want to do smoky eyes. No fallout, which is even better. So yeah, not bad so far. Obviously, I'm no makeup expert, by the way, so if I'm doing something you think, hang on, is that right? Probably isn't, but you know, this is how we do. I'm just going to go in with this colour down here just to diffuse it. I don't know about anyone else, but just like doing makeup feel quite therapeutic. I feel like it unleashes the creator in me. So that's that bit done there. And for my middle lid, I think I'm going to go with this shade here. Put that in the middle of my lid and see what we get. That's really pretty. That shows up quite well. That comes out really nicely. I think you'd have to put it on a few times for it to become quite potent, but I am going to take this little pinky shade here just to put on top, just to give it a bit more of a shimmer. Oh, that's done wonders. Yep, we are loving that. We are loving that indeed. I am going to go in with a bit more of a darker shade, I think. I'm going to go in with this one here. I'm just going to put that in a bit more just to see if we can get a bit more of a purpley look out of this. So let's just pack in a little bit more of that pink shade. That actually worked quite well. I quite like that on my eyes. I'm just going to go in with this brown shade up here. I'm going to use that for my liner just to test that out. Glides nicely on top. Kind of can't really see that. I don't know if there's another darker shade we can do. Let's go for this one up here. Let's try mixing them both together. See what we get. I do the wing. Not really. No, in terms of eyeliner shades, they don't really come out very well, so they're probably definitely more eyeshadow shades than what they are liner shades, but in terms of how it's all come out so far, I think it looks really pretty. I think I'm going to put something on the bottom just to bring it out a bit more. I think we're going to go in with this one down here. I'm going to take the brush that I used in doing my crease and just put it on the bottom. That's a really nice pretty shade as well. Very nice. I am going to go on top of that because I've seen it in this palette and there is no way that I can get away from it. Let's put it on the bottom of where I just put shade and see what we get. Oh, that's really shimmery. There's a big plastic sleeve again. Ah, look at that. That looks really pretty. So yeah, these shades definitely really pretty. My eyes really stand out. Not much fallout either. Let's have a double check just to make sure I haven't got any fallout. No fallout at all. No cause for complaints. That's really pretty. Very blendable. You can see I'm getting all excited. I love that. I think that looks really, really pretty. So that's all the eye shades done. I'm going to go in with my mascara and eyeliner, but I'll film that off camera and I'll catch you in a minute. And that's all my eye makeup done. I just put on mascara and a bit of eyeliner on the top. I am going to go in with a couple of the purple shades. I can't help it. I've got to put them on and just go in my crease a little bit more. Just going to put it in the crease just to give it a bit more of a colour going on, a bit more potency. They just blend in so well. This look is working for me, I must admit. The final thing to test, not this, is the lip glosses. So which one should we go for? Let's go for the darker shade. I think that one might be a bit too light for what I want it for. I want it to kind of ground together, if you see what I mean, so not having too much purpley pinky going on. So let's try with the ginger shade. You can definitely smell that. Oh my gosh, that is a strong scent, but it looks really nice. Fixing spray. Just going to try this again. Yes, again, very potent spray. Let's use my new palette. So final thoughts on the overall product. I love how this look turned out, if I'm honest. As a day-to-day look, I probably wouldn't wear it, but like as it looks right now, it looks amazing. The contour palette and the highlighter palette that I used, really impressed with that. Both of these were really, really good. The highlighter palette was really, really nice. I like the shade on this side. I like the lighter shade, I think, preferably to the darker side. And the contour palette, definitely more for medium toned to darker toned skin. Again, you can't go for all skin types when you do a gift set, but this is a really nice shade. It matches my skin really nicely, so it's something that I definitely will be using alongside the highlighter palette. The big palette itself, I think, is a really nice idea. The fact that they've released this is really good. Again, visual representation, having the colours just a bit more together, if you see what I mean, rather than too random. I think it makes it a lot difficult for me to really think about what shades that I really want to use. Maybe if the colours were a bit more in sync with each other, I think altogether it would have made for a really nice palette. But in terms of how it went on my eyes, consistency, the transition colours, the blendability, just everything about them, really, really nice. I couldn't fault those shadows at all. I think this is a really nice palette. I think you could do quite a few looks with this. Overall, really good palette. The little palette that I also tested today, again, really nice. I think the colours that I used for the bottom of my eye and also these two just in my crease a bit more, they blended amazingly well together. If you want me to test these palettes out in future, please let me know. If you want me to do a tutorial on any of them to get some kind of look, let me know. If they're anything like the Revolution palettes that I've used before and like the other one that I've just used now, then I know that they'll be absolutely fine. You can't go wrong with the look of them. They just look really cute. The lip gloss that I use is actually really nice. It's really nice application. The colour of it as well is really nice. It just matches with the look altogether that I was pulling off today, so amazing on that front. I stopped using lip glosses years ago, but having used one of these, I actually might go back into it. As a general use, I probably would use it. Overall, I'd say these are pretty good. The setting spray, I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% set on. Pun not intended, I swear. I think the smell's just a little bit too potent for me. I know normally I'm somebody that I love chocolate, but there's just something about it. It makes me feel just a little bit I probably wouldn't gravitate towards this as a setting spray very often. As a setting spray itself, it works really well. It set my makeup in really nicely. It's just really the smell that lets it down a little bit. I just think it's just a little bit too potent, but overall it does the job as what a fixing spray should do. The full size brushes, again, the blending brush that I use for my crease worked really nicely. The lid one as well, couldn't fault it. I did have a go, obviously, as you'd seen, trying to use it as a liner brush, but the eyeshadow colour just wasn't going on at all. It's just not potent enough to just stay on. But as a liner brush itself, it was fine. I was able to use it really nicely, get into the nooks and crannies of my eyes. It would definitely be good as a liner brush, so yeah, absolutely fine. Not 100% on this mirror either. If it was like a double-sided thing and if the casing on it was just a little bit more solid, I think it would have made a really good addition to the set, but I think it's something that it could have been done without. Obviously, with all the palettes that you get mirrors anyway. Even if you did want to get a little mirror yourself, you could easily just put this in your bag and have the shadows included as well for the look that you've done that day, so that if you do want to put any more on, you can. You've just got a little mirror to check on your lip gloss and make sure everything is set in place still. Would I pay £60 for the set? I think £60 is a lot of money. Obviously, with the stuff that you do get, like all the full-size products, all the palettes that you get, then I can see why it does add up to £60. They did a great job on putting all those palettes in together and making it for that, but I would not pay £60 for it. I mean, I've seen people pay £40 for it, which is fine. The fact that I managed to get this all for £18 is amazing. On Superdrug, I think they've all sold out. I'm pretty sure they've still got some on ASOS. ASOS, I think, are retailing it for about £42. Revolution website are advertising it for £24 at the moment. So if this is something that you're looking to get for yourself, I would 100% recommend. If you are a lover of Makeup Revolution products, or you're just attracted to any of the stuff in here, the money that you pay for it now, if you get it from the Revolution website, I don't think you would be disappointed at all. I think it would be a really great treat for yourself, a really good gift to start off your year. In terms of everything just in this box, like, I'm definitely going to be using some of these again, and like I said, if you want me to do any more tutorials on them in future, then please let me know. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched this far, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, do all the things that you know you need to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Take care, beautiful people.